Hello YouTube, my name is Bria and this is going to be an introduction of myself and a story time of how I was able to open my own salon at the age of 21. So if you're interested, keep on watching. Okay, so as I said before, my name is Bria. I own a hair salon called Hair Heaven in Rhode Island, and basically started off, my mom is a hairdresser and I was always in and out of the salon organizing the nail polish racks and folding the towels whenever she brought me in. I've just always been very interested in it. I've always liked beauty. I've always liked doing things with my hair. So when my high school had this program, it was a shoo-in for me. Basically, I was licensed by my high school's vocational program, and for those of you who don't know what that is, it's basically a trade program for students to be able to get licensed or to be able to experience and kind of get their feet wet into a career after high school to see if it's something that they would like to do. So from sophomore to senior year, I took a certain amount of hours of classes in order to be certified by the state, and it was a very big plus for me. I got to start as soon as I graduated. It was also free. So I was not $20,000 in debt or more from going to, you know, Tony and Guy, Aveda, those kind of schools, which are all, you know, they're very good schools. I just happened to get my licensing for free, which was great. After high school, I had worked at 4 different salons before opening my own, and all of them were a little bit different. The first salon I worked at was a kids cut place, and it was very cool. I did a lot of kids cuts and men's cuts. I got to be comfortable in my cutting abilities. I got to learn how to interact with people, communicate. I also learned how to open and close on my own, doing, you know, the cashier, all that kind of stuff. I was left alone a lot, which, you know, probably isn't the best thing. My boss was very laid back, and it was a really cool environment, and he was great. But yeah, so I had a lot of responsibility at this place, but it wasn't anything I couldn't handle. So after a certain amount of time, I wanted to learn more and get more practice in on women's hair. Now I was doing like my friends and like other people that had reached out to me about, you know, colors and highlights and this kind of stuff on the side. But I wanted to start doing it full time. So I went to a salon that I knew of by actually a mom that attends my grandmother's daycare. So I ended up working there, and it was a really clean, nice, just a very, very nice salon. Everything was great. I worked for hourly at the kids cut place, this place, and the next one that I'm about to mention. And the only reason it didn't work out for me there is because the way the salon was, the location wasn't great for walk-ins, and any new clients that we did get in the salon, it basically went by seniority. So whatever hairdresser was there first got the client first, so that sort of thing, which is totally fine. I get it, you know. The owner, she's a little bit more old-fashioned. We didn't have a lot of like online marketing, things like that. So the only new clients that I got were really from my Instagram, which did help me, but I was looking for something a little bit more. So I ended up leaving there all on good terms. And that will end up helping me afterwards, as I will explain. But I ended up moving to another salon, and I also worked hourly there. It was more like a Groupon salon. Honestly, I did learn a lot from this place. I learned a lot about myself as a person, as a stylist. I was able to gain more clients, so I do appreciate you know, what this place did for me. It gave me a chance to really get myself out there and start working on people full time. It was sort of my salon from hell, though. I had a lot of issues with the owner. Basically, like, the way things were handled, you know, if she wanted you to do something differently, like, there's a way to ask. I am all for constructive criticism. I am all for making myself a better stylist, a better worker, all of this other stuff. But there's a way to ask, and it was more like bullying. Her tone, my clients would actually sit there and ask me, is she being nice to you? And I, oh yeah, it's fine, blah blah blah. I'm not gonna rat out my boss. It's unprofessional on her part, on my part. It stinks for my client because they feel the energy in the salon, and it's not cool. So we had a few talks about that sort of thing, and another incident had happened where she just crossed the line with me. And the only reason that I'm talking about this is because I learned that no matter how young you are or how experienced you are, you deserve respect, and your respect is mutual, and you can get your point across with being professional and mature, whether I'm expressing it to her or she's expressing it to me. So no matter where you are, don't feel like you have to stay, because there are so many other places out there. There is a salon in every corner, and you will find the right fit for you. So even at that salon, I thanked her for everything she did for me. I just said that a better opportunity that I really think would benefit myself and my career had opened up, and I was going to take it. And said she was going to miss me, all these other things. And I have talked to her a few times since then too. So I always think it's best to try and end your working relationship with the salon on the best note possible, because it really does speak more about you. So then I moved into renting. I did not do commission. I ended up getting a lot more clientele, mostly from my Instagram. It is such a good tool. It's basically your portfolio for everyone to see. So it was really amazing. I had a lot of clientele. So I went straight into renting, and this place was great. I could make my own schedule. I could come in when I needed to. I bought my own products. I bought my own tools. So anything that I used, I was providing for myself. And I was there for about a year and a half. And me and my boyfriend, we went on a cruise. So when I came back from my cruise, the owner pulled me aside and basically told me that her lease was up in 2 weeks and that she would not be renewing it, with some personal things leading up to this decision. But I was like, what? I was like, because by law, when you rent from someone, you're basically supposed to be given a 30-day notice if you are not able to continue working there for whatever reason. So basically like an eviction notice. I did not get that. So I was kind of freaking out a little bit inside, because I was like, I have 2 weeks to find somewhere else to rent. I had always wanted my own salon. It has always been a dream of mine. I honestly came up with the name Hair Heaven in high school. I came up with the name Hair Heaven way back then, and I didn't see that dream happening for me until, about 25, 26. But the situation presented itself, because she asked me, she was like, would you be interested in purchasing my equipment? And I was like, I have to think about that. And she basically said that she could sell her equipment for a certain amount, but she would give it to me for another certain amount, basically saying it's, it's such a good deal, all this other stuff. So I'm like, I really have to think about it. Let me get back to you tomorrow. So I ended up looking up online. I did my research. I looked up everything that I would need to refurnish the salon entirely. And it ended up coming to thousands of dollars less than what she wanted for this 10-year-old stuff. So there's a few other things that happened after this. But I'm just going to leave it at that. So basically, we did not end on the best note, the one that I wanted. I think that just, personal things just got in the way of her judgment and emotions, and I understand that, and I wish her the best. I hope that she's doing well now. I have not spoken to her since the last day I worked there. But yeah, so from March 1st, 2018 to May 1st, 2018, I was getting the salon ready, and back to the good note I left on with the other salon that I just wasn't getting enough clients at. I went up the street, because she's actually very close to my salon. I went up the street and I had asked her if she would mind if I rented a chair from her while I was getting my salon ready, and she was the nicest person about it. She was like, of course, if that's what you need, like, we'll do that for you, blah blah blah. So I was there for about 2 months, and she literally saved me. Like that, like it just made the whole process so much easier. It was such a close salon to like to mine, and like so if I had to go back and pick up, you know, be there to receive a package or a shipment, or it was just so helpful, and I cannot thank her enough. She came to my salon opening. I gave her, you know, a bouquet of flowers and a thank you card. Just, you know, I can't repay her for what she did. But that's why it's always great to end things off the most professional and the best note, because you never know how it's going to affect you later in life, like it did for me. So I opened May 1st, 2018. I have had a wonderful year. It is now May 2019, and I've had the most wonderful year. It's been absolutely crazy. This was a big risk for me. Although I did have a lot of clientele and I was making good money, I had no renters going into this. I did not know how it was going to work out. I didn't know how soon I would be getting any renters, if I would be getting any renters, but that was just the risk I was willing to take. And it worked out. Within the first month, I had 4 renters, 2 hairdressers, and 2 lash technicians, and things have been great. People have come and gone. One of my renters actually opened up her own salon, so that was really exciting, and I'm so happy for her. I've just had a great year, and it's very unconventional. I don't know anybody else my age that has a salon. And the reason that I do the exclusive rent, because I don't have the time to be there every single day of the week. I am 22 years old. I still, you know, I want to go to the beach and I want to go on vacations, and I just want to go, you know, I want to be able to have those fun things and still be able to be a good business owner. I have all these little tiny businesses coinciding in my one location, and it's just really amazing to see them and to be working with the people that I do. And yeah, I have been very blessed to have this opportunity. Also, financially, I had been working for 4 years at this point, just saving. You know, I didn't know particularly what for, whether it would be a house deposit with my boyfriend, or a wedding, or, you know, a big vacation, a rainy day. So I had a good amount in my savings, and I ended up using all of that because this opportunity came up first. So I used that, and I did get a loan for the rest that I needed. And I am financially stable. I am in my apartment bedroom right now. I do have my own apartment. So I am very blessed to have had the opportunity that I did, and that the numbers and things like that ended up working out for me, because I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to do it. It was a little bit overwhelming, not even so much the money part, but mostly the paperwork. It was pretty much common sense. I've never taken a business course. I've never been to a community college. I've never done any of that. But I basically looked up, you know, steps to opening up your own salon, and all the state board regulations, inspections, things like that. So I had a list. I made a list of everything that I would need to do, in order to pursue this dream of mine, and it ended up working out. The first 2 months of me getting ready for the salon, a lot of it was paperwork, a lot of it was getting, you know, the walls painted, the stations installed, all of that stuff. And I had so much help. I had so much help from my family. I had a really good maintenance guy come and help me install everything. And I basically wanted to start this channel because I found it hard to try and edit videos, so like product reviews, tutorials on just my Instagram and my Facebook. It just wasn't like working out. I am not the best at that stuff, but I figured that it would be more informative, that easier for me to talk in length about specific things on here. My social media is down below for my salon, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope that it was a little bit informative and you got to know me a little that's about that. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up and subscribe, because I will be giving more and more about all this kind of stuff. So yeah, it was nice to meet you. See you later.